Hey, it's your boy Drew. And today I want to talk about how the world reacts to your body language. Not too long ago, I discussed how my general manager from a very acclaimed restaurant that I used to work at in New York City had told or pulled me to the side and he told me, Drew, you need to look more pleasant, more positive in your face. And at the time, it was very difficult for me to hear because I was young and kind of a brat. So there was a little bit of tension between me and him. And he essentially said that you just need to make sure that you're always looking pleasant. And little did I know that that was some of the best advice that I had ever received. Imagine if you go into a restaurant and you're having, you're excited because you've maybe never been there and you've read the reviews online and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to sit and go to this restaurant. You get to the restaurant, the host sits you at your table and you sit down and your server comes up to you like this. What can I get for you today? Wouldn't that kind of like damper your mood a little bit? Wouldn't that kind of make you a little bit like, oh, okay? Versus the server that comes to your table like this. Hi, welcome to such and such. My name is such and such. I'm gonna be your server today. What can I get you to drink? Or, oh my God, you have such a lovely coat. Where did you get that from? It's so pretty. Where are you from? You have such a beautiful accent. Oh my God, I love Chicago. I've been there before. I remember this time that I went to such and such and such and such. This versus this. It made such a huge difference. And my tips absolutely followed suit. It was incredible. It was like overnight. My tips shot up. I didn't even do the percentage, but I made way more money. Way more money. Prior to that advice, I also had, in my opinion, some challenges with dating. And the challenges I had was that when I would go out with my friends, no one would ever approach me. It kind of bummed me out, and I didn't really understand it. When I think back about it, I probably looked like this when I went out with my friends. After I had that advice from my manager, I started to implement looking more pleasant and positive. So I probably started looking like this. What a difference it made. Not only did I try to look more pleasant, but I would try to think more pleasant thoughts. It wasn't even because he said that you should try to think more pleasant thoughts. It was just that I started thinking more pleasant thoughts. And the beauty of that is because I would start to think more pleasant thoughts, the pleasant attitude and demeanor and body language that I had was more authentic. It came from somewhere real because I was thinking about beautiful beaches or beautiful things or beautiful food, all of these different things. It would make me so excited and happy. And so I just would be exuberant just like that, And those thoughts gave me joy. And I think that I started to exhibit a lot of joy, It's amazing when I think about how that made such a difference. I also think about how now in my life, all of the different opportunities that a pleasant demeanor has afforded me. I have a really good friend. Her name is Patty, and she's one of the very few friends of mine that I have that she really helps elicit really positive energy out of me. There's something about her demeanor that makes me smile, that makes me light and airy and breezy and fun-loving and carefree and go with the flow and trusting of the universe. There's something about her that makes me someone that probably previously was very like stoic and tight, just free and fun-loving. Something about Patty's energy always made me like that. I don't know what it is about our dynamic, but it's so interesting. I'm not the most affectionate person. I'm not the most, but her I am. Like her and my friend Danae. They bring out a side of me where I'm very loving and affectionate. It's very interesting. I say all this to say we had some really amazing experiences together. I just really love her attitude about life. An example that comes to mind is back in 2005. An example comes to mind. Me and Patty, we really love Mariah Carey, right? Huge Mariah fans. And in 2005, if you're a Mariah fan or a lamb as they call us, she released the album The Emancipation of Mimi. And I remember sometime in April in 2005 is when she released it, and she was gonna have this big release in New York City, Times Square to be exact. So I stayed over at Patty's house in Queens. And I didn't get any sleep that night. I don't think either one of us did. And like early that morning, we took the train into Times Square to see her perform for like some Good Morning America thing. And we were super excited. I was wearing my Mariah shirt. I got this shirt from when I saw her in concert, and I was like super excited. It was really cold, so I should have been wearing like a coat and like a scarf and a scully and all sorts of stuff, but I just wore the shirt. I was out there stunting my Mariah shirt, not caring. Oh my God. It was so cold. I remember freezing my ass off when I got off the train, but child, I didn't care. I was doing it in the name of Mariah. Anyway, so we get off the train and we get to Times Square, and it is packed. It's like freaking New Year's Eve in Times Square. It is packed. It's like stanchioned off everywhere. There are, I want to say tens of thousands of people there. It was insane. I don't know if you've ever been to New York for New Year's Eve, but if you have, you know what kind of know what I'm talking about. It really did remind me of like a New Year's Eve situation. So I remember we got off and we were like, shit, there's so many people here. We're not gonna see Mariah, because like, I feel like when you get off the train where the actual performance was like in front of like that big screen in Times Square, and where they have like the bleachers and people can stand. There's like an opening like between, I want to say 7th Avenue and Broadway, in that area. You get up there and you can see that that area's kind of like blocked off, so you can't really go. But Patty was like, we're getting to the front. So she grabbed my hand and she was like, let's go. And we just fucking walked. And she just was like, walking to the front, excuse me, coming through, like no big deal, da 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 da, And I was just like following her like you know how a scientist has like their sidekick. I was like Patty's sidekick. She was just moseying to the front. And we got to where like there was this like area where there was like people that were gonna, I guess, be filmed for where Mariah was performing. And we got to like the area where they would let you in and let you out. And I guess people had like bands or something, and we didn't have any. So Patty, we just stood there and we're just like, Patty was like, I think I'm gonna try and get us in. I was like, okay. So she goes up to the guard and she's just like, please, can we get into the area? And they let us in. There were thousands, maybe if not tens of thousands of people behind us that wanted to see Mariah, that would have loved to go into that area, but they didn't get in. They let us in. Yeah, Patty's like a beautiful woman. Super duper gorgeous smile. Very radiant. But I think that the fact that she elicits this like really free and fun and smiley energy from me, on top of me having the Mariah shirt, I think that that really helped to get us into that location. We bypassed thousands upon thousands of people to get to that area, and it was a wonderful experience. One of the most memorable experiences of my life. I mean, Mariah was cool, but it was cool to like do that, you know, like there's all these people, and I got to get into that concert. If I could, I've seen that performance on TV, and I've seen clips where I can see me and her in the crowd, so I'm gonna try and like kind of connect that clip to this so you can see what I'm talking about. You can see us there. It was really cool. Amazing time. My military career, while it's been short, has been very amazing too. And I think it's largely because of my really, I try to have like really good body language, you know? And a positive attitude and think positive thoughts. I try to stand up straight and always have like a smile on my face. Or if I'm not smiling, have like a pleasant look, you know? A lieutenant told me one time during my one of my military evaluations, she said, what did she say? She said, your energy and your attitude is infectious, and I think that if you keep that, it's going to take you very far in your career. Keep that up. It's going to be really good for you. And I never forgot about her telling me that. Lieutenant Gabarino, thank you for your words. I've never forgotten them. I used to work at the Pentagon, and there was many incidents I had at the Pentagon, but one stands out in mind where I was introducing myself to, I want to say it was who were they? There was a special group that the Secretary of Defense's Public Affairs Department had invited to the Pentagon. So, you know, if you ever see in the Pentagon when they do like those special briefings for the Pentagon, there's like special room that has like that Pentagon backing in the back. I'll try to link like a photo of what I'm talking. Actually, I have a photo of me doing that speech. I will link it right now in the video. Anyway, and so the director of the program, she came to me afterwards and she was just like, did you come up with that speech on the fly? You were so funny. You were so gregarious. I can't wait to get to know you. You're so hilarious. And I just, like I said, I think positive thoughts. People were asking me questions and I just answered honestly. And it made a difference. And because of that, I was able to experience some wonderful things while I was at the Pentagon. Body language, you know? Having open, honest, endearing, and positive body language has helped me out so much. These examples are testaments to how body language has opened the world up to me, you know? If you think positive thoughts, if you have a positive demeanor, if you're confident and you look pleasant, the world will open up for you. I really do believe that. I really experienced that in so many ways. There's so many ways that that's happened for me. I really do take advantage of that. Try the same and watch the world react and open up for you. It's your boy Drew, and remember, smile even when you're not smiling, and watch the world follow suit.